Title: I paid for my wife's nursing school. Now she catches the bus to her fast food job. 5 years ago, I made the biggest mistake of my life. I believed in my wife. Jenna and I had been married for 3 years when she told me she wanted to go back to school to become a nurse. At the time, she was working part time at a coffee shop and said she felt like she was meant for more. I supported her, not just emotionally, but financially. I told her to enroll, I'd cover the bills, and I did, every single one. I took on overtime at the shop. I picked up side gigs on weekends, changing brakes, oil changes, fixing busted radiators in people's driveways. I skipped vacations. I stopped buying new tools, new clothes, new anything. Everything I had went to her dream. When she got accepted into nursing school, she cried and hugged me like I was her hero. Back then, I thought I was. She started school and I became a one-man support team. I did the laundry, I cooked dinner, I kept the fridge stocked, drove her to clinicals when her car was acting up, even sat up with her while she studied until 2 a.m., rubbed her shoulders, made flashcards. I was that guy, and I didn't complain because I thought this was temporary. I thought we were a team, and I was proud of her. She graduated with honors, passed her NCLEX, got a job at one of the biggest hospitals in the area. I celebrated her success like it was my own, and that's when things started to rot. At first, it was little stuff. She started working late a lot. Her phone became a permanent extension of her hand, always turned face down on the table. She suddenly needed space and said I was too intense with the way I always wanted to talk or be close. Then came the nights she didn't come home until 1 a.m. She said she picked up extra shifts, but the hospital doesn't run shifts like that. I looked up the schedules online. The final straw, a hickey, dead center on the side of her neck. She came home claiming it was a bruise from leaning on a counter too hard. Really? I didn't blow up. I didn't scream. I just nodded and filed it away. I needed to be smart. I needed proof. So I waited. I made a fake Facebook account using an old burner phone my buddy Jake had lying around. I added a few of her coworkers. Some accepted. I watched their stories, their tagged photos, and after 2 weeks, there it was, a blurry Snapchat repost. Her coworker Travis had taken a picture in what looked like an empty office at the hospital. Jenna was bent over the counter, looking at something on a clipboard. His caption, "My favorite shift view." I'd recognize the butterfly tattoo on her lower back anywhere. I paid for that thing when we were in our early 20s. That same night, I got confirmation. A coworker of hers posted a boomerang of them all at a bar celebrating another crazy shift. In the background, you could see Travis and Jenna whispering to each other in a corner, his hand on her thigh. I saved everything. Screenshots, videos, dates, times. Then I made my move. I confronted her the next morning, calm as anything, showed her the screenshots, the video. She went ghost white, then tried to spin it. It's not what it looks like. He's just a friend. We were drunk. Finally, she broke down sobbing, said she felt lost and alone and didn't know how to tell me she wasn't happy anymore. Funny. I wasn't happy either while I was paying $900 a semester for her textbooks. That's when I dropped the bomb. Before she started nursing school, I had her sign a document my paralegal buddy helped me put together. She didn't think much of it at the time, just some formality about paying for school. But it stated that if she cheated on me within 5 years of completing her program, she'd have to reimburse me for every dime I spent on her education. Tuition, supplies, living expenses. She laughed when she signed it, said I was being dramatic. Well, that paper became the centerpiece of the divorce proceedings. Her lawyer tried to argue it was invalid. Mine shut that down. I had receipts, bank transfers, credit card bills, even Venmo notes that said stuff like, "For your nursing books." The judge upheld it. She owed me over $27,000. But the universe wasn't done with her yet. Turns out, Travis was married too. I sent his wife everything. Screenshots, timestamps, his hand on my wife's thigh, the Snapchat caption. She went scorched earth, blew it up all over Facebook, tagging Jenna, tagging the hospital, Travis and Jenna screwing on your dime while you're waiting 3 hours in the ER. The hospital had no choice. There were complaints. Other staff came forward saying they were caught fooling around in the on-call room. HR opened an investigation. Travis lost his job. Later, I heard he lost his nursing license entirely because he'd been involved in another scandal at a different hospital before this one. Jenna didn't lose her license. But she lost her job. Blacklisted. She couldn't get hired at any hospital in the county. Word spreads fast in healthcare, especially when you're known as the nurse who got fired for screwing her coworker in the linen closet. She tried to pick up shifts at a clinic an hour away, but it didn't last. Finally, she settled for part-time work at one of those urgent care centers inside a grocery store. No benefits, low pay, no upward mobility. Her car got repossessed. She moved in with her sister. I heard from mutual friends that she started taking the bus to work. Then last week, I saw her again. I was driving home from work, stopped at a red light, sipping a gas station coffee. I turned to my left, and there she was, standing at the bus stop in the rain, hair flat, makeup smeared, wearing a wrinkled set of scrubs that didn't fit her right, holding a plastic bag with what looked like a sandwich and maybe a granola bar inside. She didn't see me, but I sat there watching her for a minute, watching her board that city bus and ride off to her job. That was the moment I let it all go. Not because I felt bad for her, but because I won. She tried to build a better life on my back and then left me behind when she thought she didn't need me anymore. She betrayed the person who sacrificed everything so she could chase her dreams. Now I've got a stable job, money in the bank, peace of mind, and she's stuck playing pretend nurse next to a pharmacy while making less than a high school cashier. You know what they say. Karma may take her time, but she never misses. And I made damn sure she had front row seats to her own downfall. Thanks for watching all the way through. If you enjoyed it, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'd really like to hear them. See you next time.